Welcome boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth, this is the Sloth Forge, and thanks a lot for stopping by on today's video. Now today I just want to showcase you real quick my 100% free-to-play friendly teams for the Grave of Curse. I say teams because I want to showcase you my common team and my challenge mode team. And as I said, those teams are 100% free-to-play friendly. Also, as always, they are built quite bad on purpose so that you can, if you rebuild those teams, you have an easy time to access those stats as well. You will most likely have better stats if you rebuild those teams than I do, and therefore have a way easier time than I did. And yeah, if I clear those stages with this team, with those bad stats, then you will absolutely be able to clear those stages as well with those exact teams. Now let's talk about those teams. First, real quick, maybe some of you don't have Jillian yet, but you will get access to Jillian. Every one of us, she is a 100% free-to-play friendly unit, so all of us are going to get Jillian. This is what I'm using here in this team. But you can also use, especially for the common mode, for the normal mode, you can use Catherine here as well. She works just as good as Jillian does. But yeah, I said it once again, just to repeat this once again, Jillian is a bit better than Catherine. She is actually a very strong healer once again. I really like that we get so many strong healers and also very strong tanks. If we look at Urion here, also such a strong hero, and especially for the Blood Prince, Urion is MVP. Because the biggest problem with the Blood Prince is the Punishment of Blood skill, which deals insane amount of damage. Also, it can dispel or it can remove some buffs from our team as well. So this is quite annoying, honestly. This is a very strong ultimate, and the best way to play around for those skills is to bring Urion, because he makes it so hard for the boss to kill your team. So definitely use Urion here as your tank, then use Jillian, or if you don't have her yet, use Catherine as your main healer. Then you definitely have to use Vinyara once again. You don't have to, of course, but she is so strong. She is like one of the best heroes for this dungeon, thanks to this amazing ultimate. She first brings attack penalty, which helps us so much with surviving the final skill of the boss. Because as I said, the final skill of the boss, what is it called? The Punishment of Blood skill, it can literally one-shot your team. So we want to bring debuffs like this, debuffs like attack penalty. Also, can you dispel buffs with this skill here as well? And since the boss is buffing himself up like crazy, he places attack up, damage up, and also some shields on him as well. So he is going to smack very hard. So if we can remove those buffs and instead replace them with attack penalty, this is just the best possible hero, one of the best possible heroes for this dungeon. Also, Vinyara brings Frozen and reduces the ultimate energy, which often is quite annoying if you want to perfectly sync your team. But for this case, now for this team, this is perfect as well. This is exactly what we want, exactly what we need to stay in sync with the boss. So this is the core of the team. Urion, Jillian or Catherine, and Vinyara. You definitely want to bring those three heroes. Or of course, if you have other heroes, if you have a bigger roster, you can use those as well. But for this team, you can use those three heroes and they will keep your team alive 100%. And now those two heroes, Gelthen and Bledden. Those are our options for the DPS, but you can use other heroes as well, especially if you have better heroes. If you have better legendary heroes, then use them. You can use, they don't even have to be from this particular element. You can use your Nastyenka and Tarivol. You can use Flora and Casper in theory. You can use Premta and Levanis. You can just use any other damage dealers. Most legendary damage dealers will deal more damage than Gelthen and Bledden. Also, in theory, you could also use Rava and Vidimir, but then you will deal a little bit less damage. You should probably still be able to clear stage 14, but later on, you want to bring some single target DPS heroes over Vidimir, at least for this dungeon. And yeah, Gelthen is just amazing. She does so much damage. I really like Gelthen, and in combination with Bledden, it's so good. Now, there is one thing I have to talk about real quick as well, the artifacts. On Vinyara, I'm using the Witch Remains, which is definitely not ideal, I know, because she only hits once on her ultimate. I'm mainly using the Witch Remains on her for the additional accuracy. Also, of course, I could use, for example, the Hourglass or so, which does not provide anything useful as well, because we stay in a 1-to-1 sync with the boss. So those additional skill haste does not provide anything. But in general, we would love to use the Witch Remains on, what is he called, Bledden? On Bledden, because he has a multi-hit ultimate. The problem why I'm not using the Witch Remains on him is because, as I said, I have very bad gear. I'm using very bad gear on purpose, and I don't want to, I can nearly not manage to build him with 240 accuracy. So this is why I'm just using Vinyara, my only hero in this team with accuracy, for the Witch Remains as well. But it would make the run way more reliable if we could use the Witch Remains on Bledden. And that's it pretty much when we talk about those artifacts. Of course, you could also use the Ice Blast artifact for your Girthen, which would increase your damage also by a lot, but it is fine. We can use the Whisper of the Consumer here, or you could also use maybe not the Eyeball of the Giant, but instead the statue of the Manticore. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The Manticore statue, because it will increase your battle skill damage, and when it comes to those Ice Blast heroes, their biggest damage actually comes from their battle skills and not from their ultimate skills. So you could also use the Manticore statue on your Girthen, and you will be absolutely fine as well. And that's it pretty much. Let me show you the skill timings now again as well real quick. As you can see, the only important skill timings are for Vinyara, and you definitely want those exact numbers. Maybe you can swap them around a little bit, but with this first cast and recast timer on Vinyara, it worked perfectly. Just to showcase this to you real quick, I won't show you the whole run because I don't want to waste your time. I can show you the screenshot here. Oh no, I don't have the screenshot available right now. I'm sorry. Here it is. As you can see, this exact team, it made it to Grave of Curse stage 14 within less than 3 minutes. And also you can see those talents, so there is a lot of room for improvement here as well. Also, I'm not using the best possible gear. So yeah, there is room for improvement. You will definitely achieve those stats as well. You will reach those stats as well. And as you can see, Vinyara, she just stays in perfect sync. But just to explain to you what she has to do, you always want Vinyara to use her ultimate right after the Vampiric Shield effect, but before actually he attacks with the Vampiric Shield. So just to showcase this to you. She's using her skill right now, just like a second before the hit from the Vampiric Shield hits our heroes. Because you want to time it like this to decrease the shield. Because the shield that the boss places on himself depends on the damage that he dealt, and if we inflict attack penalty right before this attack hits us, obviously the shield is going to be not so big. Also, we want to use the attack penalty before the punishment of blood, but after the Vampiric Shield, so somewhere in this area, so that the attack penalty is always up before the punishment of blood effect hits us. As you saw right now, we actually did not have up the attack penalty debuff, and still we survived, thanks to Urion and his amazing ultimate. So the combination of Vinyara and Urion should definitely be enough to keep you alive here. Sometimes you're unlucky, sometimes one of your heroes dies, then it is no problem, just run the stage again, and you have a good time. That's it pretty much. As you can see, though, there is no problem at all. We have a good amount of time left, like more than 2 minutes, so absolutely no problems here. This team will do it with ease. And now, let's talk about the challenge team here as well, really quick. Because we can use actually this particular team for the challenge mode as well. And we don't have to do any adjustments, honestly. Now, if you want to make it 100% or a bit more reliable, then you can manual your Vinyara to always hit right after the Vampiric Shield, but before the punishment of blood. So you decrease the incoming shield on the boss, and also you decrease the incoming damage of the punishment of blood effect. So this is a strategy that you could use. So just manual Vinyara. But yeah, you don't have to. This team works perfectly fine on full auto as well. Now the problem is, we are using this team for only stage 1. We could use this team for stage 2 as well, The problem is that we have not enough damage with this particular team. And this is a problem that I mentioned this a couple of times now, but whenever it comes to building those 100% free-to-play friendly teams, what the limiting factor for us is that we don't have good damage dealers. Now the game gives us some very strong legendary heroes from the tank category and from the healing category. Like we have, for example, Urion, we have Jillian, we have Torren. We have some very, very strong legendary heroes, like literally A-tier legendary heroes. But when it comes to damage dealers, we don't have some of those 100% free and strong options. So we have to use, in this case, Girthin and Bledin, who are fine, they are okayish. Actually, especially Girthin is very strong. She can deal very good amount of damage. And yet, there are many heroes out there who can deal so much more damage. And this is the problem here at the Challenge Mode Stage 2. We don't have enough damage. We can't stay alive with this team for nearly the whole fight. Like in the last minute, sometimes we die with this attack, with this particular team, because the boss gets stronger with every single rotation. Where is it? Here, with every single rotation, the damage increases permanently by 10%. So it is very hard to stay alive for the whole fight. So if you can bring just 2 better damage dealers, once again, like Premta and Levanis, for example, Casper and Felicity, whatever, just better damage dealers than those 2 heroes, then you will be able to clear stage 2 of the challenge mode with this team as well. And once we have a better resonance level, once we have better gear, as you can see now, I'm using bad gear here. And once we have better gear, once we have better levels, once we have better runes, once we have all these additional upgrades, better psychic core buffs, better island buffs, and so on, then this team will 100% be able to clear stage 2 and 3 of the challenge mode as well. From there on, we have to look. Now, I could, in theory, also make you some guides from the test server. The problem with those test server guides is that on the test server, our heroes are level 100, and this changes the stats by so much, so I don't want to go on the test server to provide you with guides, at least for now, for those early dungeons. Because as I said, we have better gear, better stats, way better stats on the test server, because we are level 100, 100 and so on. So I think it is just way better to showcase you the teams that I can currently rebuild on the main server, just to make it more reliable for you. But yeah, that's it pretty much. As I said, you can use this team for stage 14 without any problems. Also can you use this team for stage 1 challenge mode without any problems. And if you can bring better damage dealers, then you can use this exact team also for stage 2 as well. Probably even stage 3. The main problem here when it comes to stage 3 is that you need already 300 accuracy, which is very hard to do so, especially if you only have level 12 artifacts and no negative runes as well. Then reaching 300 accuracy is very, very hard. So yeah, but that's it for today's video. I really hope that it was helpful for you. If you have any additional tips or some other strategies that you use for the Gravewalkers, please, as always, let me know in the comments below. And if it was helpful for you, please consider to leave a like and subscribe. And by the way, I know I've said this more than once now, but yeah, if you want to support my channel a bit further, you can go to the bonus events and you can vote for me on the 2nd anniversary Creator Scala. But of course, this is 100% optional. You don't have to vote for me. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. But you should definitely go vote, because you get some additional rewards there. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for stopping by. See you in the next one.